Good evening, everybody. We're got the game one between Dataplet and Phleck tonight. This is the tiebreaker match. They've already played 3 games. That Dataplet took the lead on those 2, or on those 3. So this should be real interesting. I'm commentating tonight with my co-commentator Wallkicks, and I am Chima.
Well, how's it going? You know, this is going to be, I think, a really good race. These are both pretty good runners. You know, the Challenge Cup, people would say, oh, it's, not the main tournament, but there are still some really, really good runners here. So I expect a really good race.
Oh, absolutely. The first few races between these guys were real close. They're both pretty good runners. I know Phleck pretty well. Dataplet is a member of the Racing Council. I always see him in the crazy modes, mystery races, things like that. He's a bit of a character, so it should be a good one here, I think.
I was going to say, yeah, Data likes to have some fun with some pretty insane races. So I believe this is just a simple 7-7 defeat Ganon, right?
Yeah, that's right. This is the first race of this best of 3 match. So yeah, we've got plain open standard items, defeat Ganon, 7-7 randomized swords. So nothing too crazy here, but we'll see what the seed throws at us, I guess.
I mean, if you've seen some of these tournament races, you'd know that nothing is going to come easy here.
That's exactly right. Like, I don't care what the settings are. It seems like the seeds always throw something at you crazy.
Oh, you have all the items? We're not going to give you any sword. Oh, you have like the ability to do Aggo 1? Oh, you better do it because it's not going to happen. Oh, we're starting.
Here we go. Both starting at Link's house for 10 arrows. That's what you want. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like I've played a fair number of randomizer races where I have to like double check if it's swordless or not because it's like an hour in and I haven't seen a sword.
Just jump into Ice Palace. Oh man, I see that Bombos medallion on the floor. I'm like, oh no. What did I just get myself into? We did get a map check off of Dataplet's side. We have 3 Light Road crystals with Eastern Palace being a 5-6.
That's always interesting to get 3 Light World crystals and a red crystal early on.
Because you're not sure. It's like, okay, you can already start thinking, what are my Dark World dungeons that are going to be pendants? And like, okay, maybe I don't need the Ice Rod, or maybe this is going to be a hover seed, and you're wondering, does my opponent know how to hover? Already things are going through our runners' minds.
Heart container from Uncle. Not too much in here. I've got plenty of arrows already. That's good.
Well, I mean, when we inevitably not find our bow for an hour, we'll be good.
Yeah, for that 5-6 crystal. Exactly. Heart, Peace, and Sanctuary. So, see what Kakariko gives us. Nothing too much to start off here.
I wonder if either runner are going to check Lumberjack. I'm usually not a Lumberjack runner, but the tree pole was 20 rupees, so it could be an opportunity for our runners to pick up a little more money.
Yeah, I guess we'll see here. I would expect Phleck to base from racing on him before, but looks like he set it up that way.
Data choosing not to. Data also choosing to give a palette swap. So if you're wondering why his game color looks a little bit odd, it's because randomizer does allow you to do a palette swap to get a bunch of odd colors.
Crab drop is bombs, which is definitely convenient.
Oh, look, more arrows for the bow. For the bow, we still don't have
30 some odd arrows already. Looked like a blue rupee there on Lumberjack Ledge, so that's not gonna be a thing.
Yeah, we only need to do Aggo 1 if we need to do it for Dark World access. Or, hear me out, the hammer is on Pyramid Fairy.
That's the dream, right? Aga for Pyramid Fairy.
Let's go. Let's make it happen. Data is kind of doing a different route. Did the forest checks and then save and quit, pick up bombs. Probably going to head over towards Sahasrara and the eastern area.
Yeah, that's definitely a little bit unusual start compared to most people, unless he's heading back to Kakariko now.
I would think if the saving quote would be faster. Might be doing South Shore.
Oh yeah. Gets 10 bombs and heads to Mini Moldorm Cave.
I mean, we talked about Data, you know, being one of those random, you know, likes to route things his own way, likes to do random seeds. This is probably a product of that.
Yeah, it's certainly a thing when you, like, especially if you think you're not evenly matched, you might try and do things you don't think your opponent will do. I think these guys might be pretty close. I'm not totally sure, but
I think we'll find out over the course of...
Sword in Blind's house. 2 swords in Blind's house. And a bottle. That's really nice as well. Alright, so Master Sword. We always love to see that early.
That's a really quick Master Sword. I was kind of hoping for a third sword. Oh,
Flippers in the dam. Flippers underwater. I say.
But don't you need those to, like, swim? Why would they be underwater?
I don't know. That's certainly a strange place to lose flippers. Right away, we get quite a bit of divergence between these guys, Mini Moldorm Cave and Kakariko.
Yeah, I'm okay with that. I like my divergence. Data not having an easy time with these mini Moldorms.
Moldorms with bombs is a bit of a thing.
Especially that first one can be really a jerk if he's just gonna, like, you know, rush straight at you.
Didn't see too much in the well there. Nothing really in Mini Moldorm Cave. Which is a bit of a shame. It's Dataplet gonna put those flippers to use right away? Hobo or something? Ice Red Cave?
I would hope so. Maybe, you know, obviously it doesn't have the money, so we're not totally sure. And I believe Phleck got
soft locked in chicken.
Yes. Wow.
That is a rough thing to happen early in the seed. It is open 7-7, yes. Game 1 of a 3-game set, so.
To enter chat, Phleck did the thing where you try to, you know, you bomb the chicken house, you pick up the chicken, and you try to do the chicken clip, but you can soft lock yourself if you pick up the chicken. I believe on the same frame it moves, and thus you actually can't advance indoors. I noted that we did get a lamp in Ice Rod Cave, and with that Master Sword, you know what's already in Logic?
Amazing. Amazing.
It's like this game is telling us something.
Already. Lamp and Master Sword, about as quick as we've seen. Yeah, that chicken soft lock. People don't even believe that happens, but I've had it happen enough times that I've like stopped trying to do that clip in races because it just seems too risky.
Oh yeah, because you know that what you just saw is, you know, gonna happen once, and you're like, oh no.
Yeah.
And now Phleck's probably already thinking about, okay, what's on Sick Kid, what's on Tavern, you know, does the race game have something?
What's in Chicken House?
What's in Chicken House? That's true.
You don't want to go back there even.
I do want to point out something that Dataplet did with the flippers after doing Ice Rod Cave. Took the portal actually to get really close over to Kakariko, so nice little routing technique there from Dataplet.
Yeah, that's pretty good. A little bit faster than saving coding to Sank. For sure.
Especially since, you know, they don't have the money for Zoro, so putting that off for a little bit. I believe the well had a good number of rupees. I'm not sure if it's enough for Zoro, but...
Fleck's at 456, so it's got to be pretty close between that and Mini Moldorm Cave. Phleck taking the slippers immediately to Hobo. See what else he does. Probably hoping to get enough that he could do Zoro if he wants to. Got a good number of parts already for how early this is.
It's true. Make the make the inevitable Aga climb pretty easy. Yes, I'm already calling an Aga seed.
So, gotta follow the items. We're pointed that way already. Selling a bee here. We don't see that too often in Rando.
I mean, it's get you a free 100 rupees.
Yeah.
And
Gotta take it.
And chat correctly pointing out, if you realize that you have put yourself in a soft lock situation with the chicken lip, if you recognize it in time and hit yourself with the bomb, it will knock you out of that and you'll be fine. Unfortunately, Phleck did not realize that.
Oh, I did not know that myself. It's definitely useful to know if you're gonna go for that.
Yeah, if you do, then all of a sudden you're like, oh dear, something's wrong. If you can get yourself hit by that bomb, you'll be okay. But so far, none of the checks have been of any value.
Yeah, chicken house nothing, sick kid nothing. Back a tavern, another red rupee for
Nothing.
us. Money has been plentiful so far, especially with those triples. Phleck picks up his lamp, that's good. Good not to abandon that early on. Get to see library here. Blue mail.
I don't think we'll be going back for that unless we're just like in the area.
I would be quite surprised, yeah.
Oh look, another sword.
Probably gonna go for that one.
I would grab that one for sure. So that's 3 swords in the first 10 minutes of this seed.
3 sphere 0 swords.
Oh jeez.
That's extra Aga access, right?
Yeah, your punishment, you have to do Aga twice.
There's some money in the fat fairy, so red potion.
Trying to get another red potion.
She doesn't want to cooperate there, but he's got enough to do Zora, so I suspect he will. Head up that way, check the ledge, and do that. Looks like Dataplet heading to eastern area now. Love on the ledge.
That's pretty important.
Definitely want that. That's nice to see early.
And you wonder, you know, with the tempered and the lamp already, if Data finds the Moon Pearl, say, in this eastern area, you know, do they just resign themselves to say, okay, this is going to be Aga, you know, I might as well just do it anyways, and maybe neglect the Zora check. He did give us our green pendant check, which is Misery Mire.
Interesting.
Oh, we find our other glove.
So we're just a Moon Pearl away from proper Dark World access.
That's true, and that's also going to take away any Aga access, because with the flippers, we'd have the ability to get to East Dark World logically. Darn.
Called it. Still a chance. Pearl could be on Pyramid.
True, and as Math Girl in chat points out, you know, you still have Hammer Pyramid Fairy. I mean, I know there are ways around that, but
yeah, the bomb dupe is a little bit tougher trick. I don't know if everyone knows that one.
It's not one I know.
Book in the back. We got a little bit of a high five here, and the map as well.
Nope, Phleck can't go to Dark Cross. Don't have that small key.
Is Data gonna go get his leather glove now? Maybe.
Looks like it. Yep.
It's 502 rupees.
Just enough. We even have 2 left over, but I believe Sora gave 300, so not a big loss.
Yeah, there was some money in the fairy cave as well. Not really a big deal at all. Phleck's taking that book straight over to desert area, which makes a good amount of sense. That's clearable right now with that glove and lamp.
Yeah, and that's just following the items. You know, flippers led to glove, which now led to book. So this is just, I would say, following logic almost. So I would almost think our Moon Pro is probably going to be over here.
Yeah, it works out pretty nicely. Desert's a crystal, you gotta check a Gina cave. Amazing for seeds to do things like that. Dataplet, I would assume, would do a similar route pretty soon once he gets that other glove. He can't do Dark World until he gets that Moon Pearl, but he can get in, but not do anything.
Dataplet also using the fairy to his advantage, getting that red potion.
Whenever I play, it's only bees. There's a mirror on the desert ledge, so that is gonna be nice to get here.
Oh good, this game is just gonna send us every which direction to get our eventual Moon Pearl on, I don't know, somewhere.
Yeah.
Because with the mirror and the glove and the lamp, you now have access to clear out Tower of Hera.
Yeah, which is obviously going to be a good play. Another crystal.
To answer chat, how do we know Mizrameyer is a pendant? Data talked to Sahashala, who told us our green pendant is at Mizrameyer.
500 rupees for 300 rupees. That's not the worst deal I've ever run so far. Desert is boots locked.
Okay.
Big key on the torch. But Phleck gonna pick up that mirror anyways.
Yeah, kind of important. A little surprised though. Well, maybe this is just for mirror purposes, because with the small key you can still check the right checks.
Yeah, I would have thought to do the right checks first as well. But I assume he'll head back in.
Or not. Not gonna check right side. That is a little interesting.
I didn't see what was in the first chest there.
Well, the first chest had the small key, so you could do.
Oh yeah, of course it did. Yeah, because both items could be right side there. That's a little bit interesting for sure.
Oh, that's nothing at this point if you're Phleck.
Yeah, absolutely. We'll see if Data does that, which I would assume he will. Check right side. But Phleck, as kind of expected, heading straight onto Death Mountain towards Tower of Hera.
All this and our Moon Pearl just gonna be sitting in first chest Eastern.
It's absolutely.
I want some chaos, please.
Especially as a crystal, you kind of hate to dip it early.
Oh, I know.
You really like to get that bow.
If it's a pendant, you're almost thinking, okay, I'm almost resigned to checking it early on. But since it's a crystal, yeah, I agree. You kind of like, oh, where is my bow before I go in?
And you only need one bow, not two. There's two out there.
The second one's always in Ganon's Tower. Phleck just saving the old man, then saving and quitting.
Interesting.
I think Phleck might be going back to Kakariko.
Yeah, he's worried about it. A little bit surprised he didn't head into Tower of Hera. Spectacle Rock.
Alright, Data gonna go right, gonna give us these two checks that Phleck didn't in Desert Palace, so we'll see if this is something big.
Well, the big old map. Dataplet will know where he's going now, so that's good. And bombs. Okay, so Phleck, I don't know if he big brained that or what, but but he's not gonna get burned by that, at least not immediately.
At least not right now.
Yeah. See when he goes back there later, if that's just gonna be a time save for him.
Take 2 on the chicken house, ended successful. Very nicely done.
No soft blocking this time. Excellent play. Yeah, that's the problem when you do stuff like that, is even if it's a few checks, they just kind of like wear on your mind the rest of the seed if you don't go back there.
especially if you're 1 or 0, whichever, you know, something that you have access to at the very beginning of the game.
You're just saying, oh, it's Hammer and Moon Pearl or something like that. It's like, right?
It's the last thing you want to see.
Yeah, but he's gonna go pick up this sword, I assume.
Oh yeah. Data, meanwhile, probably making the play over to the mountain.
Yeah.
Will likely finish out here and get their first crystal. It's just been an interesting Light World to start. You know, it's giving you a lot to do without giving you Dark World access.
Yeah, for sure. Like lots of items, 3 swords. Potential Agabate there with the lamp and Master Sword.
Yeah, that's a big Agabate for sure. But with the 2 gloves, you're kind of not.
Yeah, as long as you made your way over there, which hopefully you do after those flippers. Alright, Phleck's also heading up the mountain here, so sort of a high five here.
All their early route divergence, they're now basically making the same plays.
Yeah. Arrows, 10 more arrows gettable here.
Man, if only we could carry more than 30 arrows.
Arrows and bombs. It's a restock cave today.
Not getting a Dark World check yet, which is fair. You know, this is you don't have the Moon Pearl. You're not thinking quite yet about
yeah.
Dark World.
Pretty much just go and clear era here no matter what. Get that early ether tablet check. What the fire rod? Wow.
Wow. Data gave us a Dark World map check. I did see pendants in Pod and Skull Woods, and I saw our other 5-6 at Turtle Rock.
Alright, full knowledge down there. Fire Rod, you would have liked Skull Woods to be crystal for sure.
Yeah, but with T-Rock being a crystal, you're gonna have to do it.
Yeah.
Oh, good, the powder.
No hook shot, so we don't get to do any Herafot nonsense.
Well, now I'm disappointed.
Absolutely. One of 2 items out of Herod already. We gotta do the slow tile room in the basement. Get the big key.
Roadrunner's giving us a little break.
This is the coffee break room for sure.
I don't have my coffee. I know.
How are you gonna make it through this race?
I have no idea.
So far, looking like a bit of a Jetsu. We've got lots of items for being 20 minutes in. Still looking for that Dark World access. Our racer's real close. The only thing that hasn't been done by Phleck is right side of desert.
Phleck also hasn't gone over to Sahasrahla to pick up their Titans mitts.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, he never went over there, so he will need to do that. Hopefully he does that before like climbing Aga Tower or something, trying to gamble on it.
That's true. I mean, Phleck could still gamble Aga.
It's been so long since I've seen this floor of Hera. With Heraclip.
Phleck picking up the second item, still bomb jumping.
That's a little bit of a miscount there. Bottle and powder. We need Moon Pearl or Hammer to get the magic bat check.
So that means it's not up here on the mountain, at least not this side of the mountain. And I believe that means all that's... Oh no, we've got Front of Escape, and we have Eastern.
Yeah, that's right. We don't see the rest of Escape, and the map is in the back.
Unfortunate for Phleck, getting trolled, getting knocked down.
Dataplet pulls ahead here in this close race by not getting knocked down by Mulder.
Haven't played Rando until you've been trolled.
Phleck trying his best to get knocked down the worst hole in the game.
Phleck getting knocked down again, unfortunately.
Yeah, it's a little bit slow. Never feels good to start the race to lose time like that. Oh, he's done the poke.
Be careful.
Mulder just not cooperating, but he's done. No dorm. Alright, so Dataplet making the play for the Front of Escape, which makes sense. We'll see if he pulls the Moon Pearl out of here. And if he doesn't, does he decide to climb Aga without dipping Eastern?
I mean, the Moon Pearl is like the one item that, you know, if it's on the pyramid or if it's on the pyramid ledge, you're gonna. I feel like you would last location it. You know, if we had the Moon Pearl and we were still missing like a glove or a hammer, then sure I would make the gamble. But
Yeah, we'll see. It makes sense to do that. Phleck's gonna make the play for Eastern, so we'll see if he dips in. Because he's got a fair bit more done than when Dataplet was over here.
Yeah, I feel like Phleck almost has to.
Yeah. Heart piece, not quite what we're looking for.
There's two more checks over here. Still haven't seen the small key, so if this isn't the small key here in Zelda's Hell, we'll know the small key is in Dark Cross.
Like, looking like he's gonna go to Eastern. We see the thought frames here.
That is thinking about this.
Yeah, you gotta think about it, I think, a little bit at least. But ultimately, making the play for Eastern. Which is gonna catch us up pretty close here if the Moon Pearl's over here. Otherwise, probably we'll see Phleck do the Front of Escape. And then they'll both head up Aga Tower for the inevitable Moon Pearl and Pyramid.
Or it's going to be something like the hook shot to give us access to East Death Mountain. Or, hear me out, It's gonna be the flute on Pyramid Ledge, so we can go to the Mire area, so we can get the Moon Pearl in Checkerboard Cave.
That's probably the greatest location for Moon Pearl is Checkerboard Cave. Rarely seen outside of Plandomizer. In Inverted, I really like the idea of the Moon Pearl on Ped, because you can pull it as a bunny.
Can you really? I did not know that.
Can't do that,
I haven't done enough inverted seeds to know that. That's crazy. And yes, I agree. Moon Pearl on Pet is best, but I'm working with what we got over here.
yeah.
Can't have a Moon Pearl on Pet with 3 light. Oh my god!
There's a bow! Alright.
What a terrible place for a bow.
The vanilla place, practically.
I mean, at least the game funneled you in this direction. Also, I'm just going to point out, that's, I believe, 2 items so far. So we're down to 1 item in Eastern.
Yeah. Phleck going towards anti-fairy chest, so he's not going to risk skipping that. Which I think with what you've got left, you can't gamble too much right now.
I mean, you could.
You always can. If anyone would, I would expect Dataplet to.
Do it, Data. Let's see them gambles.
This is a situation where an early Eastern dive is pays off pretty big. That bow there.
That's the 3rd item. It's not in here.
That's interesting.
It's an Aga seed.
We've got progression on Pyramid.
Unless we're skipping something, I don't think we are.
I think that we've seen everything.
Yes.
Thank God we signed up for this race.
What have we done?
I don't know if it's just bias or what, but I swear tournament seeds are worse.
They are. Tournament seeds use Sahasrabot.
They're salted or whatever to make it more interesting, right?
You don't mess with Sahasrabot, because Sahasrabot's just gonna be like, here's the worst seed I can give you.
A little bit of Igor trouble.
Let's see if Phleck goes for our quick kill here.
All those early arrows, but he only comes in here with 23.
Man, if only you could hold all those extra arrows.
Gets the quick kill though, so that's good.
Not here, so for Phleck, they've still got to do front of escape, and then it'll likely be Aga. I don't know if Phleck has maybe realized that they picked up the desert small key and just never went. I don't suspect that. I suspect they'll just do front of escape and then go to Aga, but we'll see.
Yeah, and if he did mean to do that, there's no way he's going back. And even so, that's pretty slow to go back to check for the potential 2 items. Oh, but it looks like he's headed that way. He's just loved to prove me wrong so far. A little bit, unfortunately for him, that's definitely a time sink.
Yeah.
These guys were pretty close before that.
It's gonna turn out not in Phleck's favor, unfortunately.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess he just decided it was likely not to be an item, moved on. Now it's kind of burning him because it's on his mind to go back there.
That makes 2 unfortunate. I wouldn't call them I'm trying to think of the best word, because they're errors. You know, you don't want to sit here and not say they're errors, but I don't know.
Yeah, 2 little setbacks for Phleck. Soft locking and chicken nut is definitely something you never want to do.
Right, and I mean, I wouldn't call that
decide to not do right side desert, although I don't think that he probably did. But
yeah, I
he's
mean,
gonna pick up his bombs and not gonna be that pleased about it, I don't think. Who's here? Oh, we gotta see the Aga Tower climb right here out of Dataplet. Master Sword in Kakariko and Lamp in Ice Rod Cave and Aga required. No getting away from it.
I mean, you could even make the argument that it was tempered in Kakariko. It just took our runners a little bit longer to get there.
That's right.
Alright, so what are we going to see on the pyramid? I don't want it to be the Moon Pearl.
Moon Pearl's too easy, right?
Yeah, the Moon Pearl makes it too obvious.
That's where we get flute, right? Or hookshot, boots.
Flute, hookshot, boots. I like the boots idea.
Shovel's always good.
Shovel's a good one. Maybe the mushroom. Dataplet making quick work of Aga 1. Nice to have that tempered sword.
Yeah, definitely. Tempered and fire rod speeds this up quite a bit.
Imagine not, you know, we got the 3 swords and the lamp really early, so you're, you know, in your mind you're already thinking, okay, this is a potential Aga seed, so you do it before maybe, say, getting your second glove, and then you see like that, if it is the Moon Pearl, you see the Moon Pearl, and all of a sudden you think, oh my goodness, I just made a galaxy brain play. But now the runner here unfortunately did that. Being a commentator, though, I get to talk about things like this.
Yep. Yeah, it would have run it in really nicely. Take that mirror over to pod area, check the closet, get your second glove.
Right. All right. How many blue balls are we thinking from Aga 1 here?
Blue ball guessing game. I don't know if it's safe to guess anything but 3.
Okay, well, let's see. I'm gonna guess 5. I'm gonna be a little mean, not too mean, but a little mean.
That's okay. 8 in chat.
Well, now you're just getting unrealistic.
8 is a lot.
Oh dear. And it begins.
You guys have cursed him.
Why do we even bother? So, 2 in phase 1. Or round 1, whatever we consider it. Yeah, they're taking their anger out by using the fire rod.
Fire rod Aga. Don't see that too often.
I think you're gonna come out on top of this one. Just the 3 balls.
As fun of a game as it is, 3 is more likely.
Alright, what's on our pyramid here?
Bunny pyramid. Let's go.
It's the flute! Yes!
What have you done?
Data just stares at it like, are you serious, Gabe?
Beautiful. Aga for flute. I can't say I've seen that before.
Oh yeah, by the way, you need to mirror because your saving and quit takes you back to pyramid now.
Just what you want.
Now you have to go activate that flute. Daddy, you're just gonna go back in the dark world.
I wonder if it'd be quicker to save and quit to
I have
Sanctuary.
no idea.
Yeah.
What a seed to start. This has been fun.
That's pretty good. Now, do we get the moon pearl in the cave, or is that for some other
Oh
purpose?
man. I mean, I feel like it's gonna be the moon pearl, but like I want to kind of like I want to see boots.
Yeah, like the fetch quest to continue here.
Exactly, because then you can put the moon pearl on like land mower or something.
Well, that's sort of evil, I would say.
I mean,
Especially for Phleck, who would have to go back to desert.
Oh man, that would be so rude. But the seed has already been pretty evil.
It's done enough already, I would say. Give us the moon pearl.
I'm pretty sure I'm not JTN. But we can now figure out what medallion we need for green pendant. Miserable. Oh god, Data, please don't die.
You can mirror dodge if he has to.
That's smart.
He's gonna have to super buddy into there. I'd probably just go check checkerboard myself first, in case it is the moon pearl.
Yeah, probably. But
It's not too hard to trigger.
Phleck gonna learn their news that that's not the moon pearl. What do we got here?
Butter! No moon pearl, but you've got 4 swords. That's alright, I guess. The fuck? Where are you going?
You can't do a whole lot.
There.
Hey!
No more
It's our moon
nonsense.
pearl.
Well, at least a little break from the nonsense.
Checkerboard cave with the flutes on the pyramid ledge. Wow.
Butter sword and moon pearl.
Alright, so now what do you do?
Well, I guess you head into Dark World finally. Check out Village of Outcasts, I'd assume. I don't know if you make the play for Thieves Town right away, or if you hope for that hammer.
I mean, at this point, you're probably thinking, man, this seed is just gonna give us all the bad stuff, so... You know, probably want to avoid Thieves Town until maybe you find the hammer. Data gonna go up to Skull Woods. With the Fire Rod, can complete it. But it is unfortunately a pendant.
Yeah, so we'll see how much he does here. Finds a couple items he may bounce. That cape was pretty early. I guess I was on Old Man. So Bumper Ledge might be a thought here to check.
Yeah, with the mirror, you know, you have a lot of incentive to maybe go up to the north part of Dark World.
It's the low number of hearts to be in Dark World with.
Chat getting creative with some rudeness with hammer on blind and a required item in a big chest. I've had a seed like that before, where blind gave me the hammer, and then I had ice rod in the Thieves Town big chest.
Can blind have the small key? I feel like I've never seen that before.
Blind can't have the small key, but blind can have the hammer. And that's just not fun sometimes.
Absolutely. Be the opposite of fun. Almost like finding your flute on Pyramid.
Almost
For your moon pearl.
Because then if blind has the hammer, you're like, you have to go back in. You can't just be like, oh, I'm just gonna skip that item now.
So Phleck goes straight for checkerboard. Gonna get his Moonbro once these blocks cooperate. Dataplet's heading into the back of Skullwoods.
Don't have the Cane of Samaria, can't do the quick strat.
Would be nice.
You do have Butter Sword. These Gibdos aren't going to be that big of a problem.
It's a little bit tough for him to do quickly.
And then you just walk.
Okay.
Sure, Data.
That's an unusual strat. Kill the Gibdos and leave.
I'm mad at you guys.
Phleck picks up his butter. Makes sense. Sure, also checked out. Oh, he's headed to desert. That's actually good.
I think they're just far away.
Is desert not a crystal?
I
Oh, they
can't
need boots. They need boots. Never mind.
Yeah, it's like at this point we can't clear out.
Totally forgot about that. See if he heads into Skullwoods. If he skips it and it's nothing, that's a bit of a time save. Check the map. We already have that information.
This should be a relatively quick fight on Data's side with Gold Sword.
Yeah. Lots of pain, but Gold Sword makes it pretty quick.
Although,
Wow.
go ahead. I was.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Phleck's heading straight into the Jokas. Opens up Thieves Town, but doesn't go straight in.
That's smart.
Yeah.
Please check to see if you find hammer.
Yeah, absolutely. Pretty clean moth fight there with Butter Sword. For a map, that's what you want. Yeah. Might get a head check here, possibly.
What can we put on pedestal? We could put a hook shot on pedestal.
You could do that.
Still don't think we've seen any items here in Skullwoods though, so Data going back to check.
Yeah, makes sense. He's gonna have that mirror out. He can go straight to Ped if he wants to.
Phleck, by the way, picking up boots in Thieves Town.
Well, that's a nice find no matter what. Gain a little bit of time here as you go until Data picks them up.
Alright, if you're hoping for Ped, this is where you want to get your hype.
Yeah. I mean, Ice Rod. No. No.
Ah, just a blue cane. Nah. Not the cape, we've already got our cape.
Ped is dead.
Unfortunately.
Yeah, that'll be Blue Cane, I guess.
Yeah, that's definitely a blue cane. Now, what happens if you play this in like hard or extra item functionality and you know it says use this to become invincible, but that doesn't work in hard or extra item functionality. I'm gonna have to talk to this game and be like, hey, what you trying to push? What are you trying to push on this here?
I would say that just makes the book a liar, and nothing can be done about that. Data goes back for that hard chest in the mummy room.
Yeah, at least it's an item.
Nothing really of value out of Skullwoods yet. It's always nice to get that pet check out of the way so you have the information.
Data not doing the other side. Maybe they did get both items. I didn't think so.
I didn't quite keep track of them myself, so I'm not too sure.
Because I mean, it was big key, and I believe the big chest had a small key. It was two full. Okay, tracker's keeping us honest.
2 full hearts. It's very healthy.
Well, just a shield up on bumper ledge.
Yeah, so I'm not getting that. Go over and check the graveyard ledge here.
This will be a little unfortunate for Dataplet because we know where the boots are. So
Yeah.
if Phleck chooses to go north from here, they'll be able to kind of take care of Bonk Rocks and Kings who are up here.
Yeah, definitely not a lot nicer to take care of at the same time, not have to come back.
I'd be lying if I said I've been counting items in the sound. Do we know yet if the big chest is going to hold an item? I see we have the ski. Definitely saw that the cell had a 20 rupee, so that's at least 2 items. Phleck, however, giving us a nice example of the oh well, I just jinxed it.
It was going well until you said something.
You know, I just need to stop talking. Got a compass. I am inclined to believe that there might be an item in the big chest. Not 100% positive. If data goes in, we might be able to have a bit more clarification on that, but I suspect an item.
It's always a little bit of a rough location to orphan. We'll get a better look here. Keep track of items while Dataplet's in there. He's gonna pick up his boots, which is good. First dig.
The dream.
Best.
It's never first dig for me. I'm usually like counting in the high 20s.
Yeah, for sure.
Just like, come on. Just... Alright, so there's the map, which means there is definitely an item in the big chest.
Interesting.
Good. Now we can start. And now we can start planning devious things. Let's put bombos in the big chest, and let's put our hammer in misery mire. No, we can't do that. We need the hammer for that. Just kidding.
I'd love to see hammer on magic pad here. So that's always an interesting one to do.
Unfortunately, Phleck gonna leave magic bat behind for now.
It's a bit of a pain to get, because then you kill your portal. You gotta come back through.
Shag giving me an idea. So because we did find the boots in Thieves Sound, if the hammer is boots locked, say on Landmo, and then we get the hook shot on Thieves Sound Big Chest, I think we can make this work. Good job, everybody.
We come up with more horrible stuff.
We have come up with more horrible stuff.
Absolutely what we're looking for here. Nothing of value on Stumpy or K45. Like, got purple chest and Bombos tablet as well.
Yeah, all of this wrapped up pretty nicely for Phleck being able to do all of this in one go.
Yeah, we'll head over to Hype Cave. Wouldn't expect him to check a single chest in Swamp Palace, obviously.
I mean, this is where, you know, it's like, if you're here, you know, say the hammer is in Swamp Palace, it'd be a long time to come back to this one check.
It's certainly the time to do it, but we'll see. Probably do Hype Cave first, for sure.
I will say with Fire Rod Titans and Flippers, we do have some access into Ice Palace.
Hammer and Ice is awful.
Yeah, that's just not fun.
At least it's a crystal, I guess. I don't know if that's better or not.
I mean, when it comes to, you know, troll places for the hammer, that's like the most unfun troll place, because it's like, okay, game, we get it. You're mean, haha.
I don't know. You probably shouldn't, but I expect a little bit of a break after finding flute on Pyramid. I expect the badness to pile up. Ether. Haven't seen Turtle Rock yet, so that might be required. Otherwise, very unhyped Hype Cave.
Yeah, I mean, a medallion is a little bit of peace of mind almost, especially since it's not the Meyer medallion. You're probably thinking to yourself, okay, that's not bad. Where is Phleck headed off to now? Phleck's gonna finish Desert.
Guess there'll be one item left in Desert.
Yes.
It's not a bad play for sure.
Data, meanwhile, gonna give us a blind check of Lumberjack. We know which is a blue rupee, but
Yeah, he's gonna route in probably and do Bonfrox and King's Tomb maybe.
yeah, I would think so. And then maybe route it over towards Catfish.
He left his Dark World portal like in Kakariko, it looked like, so
That's-
likely.
All right, new checks. What do we got here?
Hard piece and a compass. It means Landmouse has an item. Sort of interesting. Dataplet is clearing quite a bit. He's not really skipping anything at all right now.
Yeah, definitely playing a more conservative style.
Yeah.
You know, not like you said, not really skipping anything. Which, you know, in a 1v1, maybe you're not sure of your opponent's skills, so you're kind of just playing to how you would normally play, or you know, maybe you choose to be a little more gambly in a one-on-one. But as you mentioned, Data kind of playing a little more conservative in this instance. But Phleck, you know, for as bad as this seed has been, you know, an hour in, we're good 4 crystals.
Yeah, which is really not too bad. We still don't have the hammer, which is kind of an important item.
I mean, the hammer's kind of blocking our last 3 crystals, but you know.
Yeah. May be required.
Only slightly. Can't be on Pyramid Fairy either because of Turtle Rock.
Yeah. We're not missing a ton otherwise. We need Ice Rod and Hookshot.
And Canis
And
tomorrow.
Red Cane, I guess. So that kind of is a few
Yep.
things.
Hey, the Red Cane. Good job. See, when you talk about good things, they happen. When I talk about bad things, I think we're working pretty well together.
We're balancing the game out.
We are balancing the game out.
that's a good find for Phleck there. Can't get into. Oh, Myra's a pendant, so glad you can't get into Myra.
True. You know Bombus is gonna pop up soon.
Oh, of course. So I've called out Kane. You're calling out Bombos.
Bombo's just gonna be sitting in pendant pod. Let's do it. Phleck looked like they were gonna think about going to East Dark World or East Death Mountain, and realized can't do that. So we're gonna be fluting somewhere else now.
Missing that hook shot and hammer. It's pretty late East Dark World misses. Or Death Mountain.
Data did give us a magic bat check. Turned out to be nothing. So we're doing this again. What are our choices at this point? We got First Chest Swamp. We can dip into Ice Palace. We can go into Pendant Pod or check Catfish.
Yeah, I feel like Pod and Catfish are going to be the plays pretty quick for one of these guys. Number of items in Pod is large.
But that's a lot of bad items, or that's a lot of bad checks. There's nothing good.
They're all pretty bad. Spin speed impossible. Yeah, so Dataplet is kind of continuing on, clearing pretty much everything. Did that magic bat check before continuing on with purple chest and etc.
And I believe Data left purple chest behind, so doing a little trick where the game still thinks you actually have the purple chest right now, as long as you stay in Dark World. So
he can't check K45 though. That means, right?
No, yeah, I was gonna say that
this is a little bit interesting. If you take it with you and mirror back to Dark World in front of K45, then you can continue on without it. So a little bit surprised he didn't take it with him.
Might double back after dropping it off right here.
Yeah,
for sure. But as I was saying, the game still thinks you actually have it behind you, and so as long as you mirror close enough to the guy, as you can see, it'll still register as you dropping off the item.
I'm kind of amazed people keep finding these cool tricks for this game and stuff like that.
So many years later.
Yeah, that's a really new trick. Hairpot's pretty new as well. Splash deletion. This was not much.
Just half magic. Nice find for sure.
Oh, for sure, yeah. Craziest trick you ever saw in this game. I do want to know, Math Girl.
Bootless spin speed, please explain. I'm curious. No one knows. Well, that's not
perfect. Sounds like an urban legend or something.
Why do I even say anything? Look at what Data's doing though.
He's checking the first check in Swamp.
He's doing first chest Swamp. I like it.
It's a huge play if it turns out to be Hammer or something important.
Has Data done Hype Cave? I don't think Data's done Hype Cave.
He just seems to be routing 100% as efficiently as he can, I think.
I mean, props to Data. We know there's the hammers on Hype Cave, but if you do this and then you go to Hype Cave and oh, well then.
The real nice thing is if it comes down to an Ice Rod hunt or something like that, is you have less to go back to.
That's very true.
The bad thing is if everything you need is in Pod, you spend a lot of time doing checks you didn't need to.
Well, it wasn't first chest Swamp, just the Dicky.
Yeah. That's a tough check because it takes quite a bit of time to open Swamp, and then you just gotta do that again if you can't get Hammer there.
What was that?
Yeah.
What was that enemy doing there?
Something something change speed value somehow. Perfect explanation of glitch.
Is that how to explain all glitches? Something something happened something.
I'm sure it was to do with a sub-pixel or something like that.
Phleck gonna check magic bet over here. Not gonna like what they see. Data looks like the data's going back to K45, which is smart.
Yeah, you don't want to orphan just that. I'm sure we'll find Shovel soon, so he'll be back.
Don't say that.
Well, that's your job.
Yeah, all right. Yeah, you're supposed to say the good things. I'm supposed to say the bad things.
Just bombs.
So what do you think our next progression item is going to be? We've gone quite a bit since our last progression item. Progression item is actually boots.
I don't know how long we can go in Seed without hammer, so that would probably tend to be my next guess.
Meanwhile, Data is going to make the play into Ice Palace. I like this. I mean, Pod makes a lot more sense, especially since you have Bow and the lamp.
This is like absolutely the play.
Yeah, I mean, if it's in
Pod
here,
progression or ice progression, like we've got like a clear like front runner. Probably. I don't know, it kind of depends how deep he goes as well, because the first chest isn't too slow to check. If he like opens that, it bounces.
I don't know. I feel like if you're in here, you're committing.
Yeah. Absolutely. But you never know. If you find an item that doesn't let you clear it, well, that's a compass, so that's not what you're looking for.
And to answer chat, yes, we have done our palette, just the big key. So we are down to Catfish and Ice and Pod.
So we'll see. Phleck, clear what he can in Pod. If he doesn't find progression, definitely go to Catfish, I would think.
Oh, you're right. We have done Catfish.
Oh, did we do it?
Yeah, it was Ruby's, our tracker, keeping us honest.
Which one did it? I don't remember seeing it.
Dataplet. Phleck. See, I had a 50-50. Just didn't work out.
This close.
This is why we have our tracker. Follow our tracker, by the way, and these guys have been putting on a show. I'm going to point out Data is trying the bomb jump. One thing to note, because they have a palette swap, it is a lot more difficult to see the line that are looking at it. And you're seeing, how palette swap can actually make this particular bomb jump more difficult. It took Data, I think, 3 or 4 tries before they finally got it.
Taking some aggression out on that wall.
That it's the wall's fault.
Yeah, palette swap, I really like playing with it, but I can't race with it on. It's just too much difference. Mess up your lineups and stuff. If you're playing like cross keys or something, you don't know what cave you're in. Key, it's never fun. Nice.
Find anything right here? Oh, there's a key.
There's a key. We can go back. Quake. All right. So we've got for sure. Well, not for sure. We've likely got our turtle rock medallion. One item out of ice.
And there's only one more check they can do. That's the lovely iced tea ring. Phleck now in the back of pod where most of the items usually.
Pendant pod. That's where
Pendant
they always
pod,
are.
no less.
This is a room in Ice Palace you hope to never see. I saw rupees and a key in the basement there, so we're still looking for an item.
Oh,
Big
it's the
key.
big key.
That's what you wanted, not an item.
Alright, time to travel a little bit more.
No way you can leave. You've committed at this point.
Oh, there's a hook shot in pod.
There we go. So we've got progression. It's Swamp Palace and the rest of Death Mountain with that.
Well, it's not Swamp Palace yet. Still need that blasted hammer.
Great. We still don't have a hammer.
Still no hammer at this point.
Hey, we didn't make the sea. We're just enjoying the race.
Not the hammer. Alright, so hook shot is our progression in Pendant Pod. Everything else at this point over on Dark Death Mountain. Or East Death Mountain.
Yeah, gotta head there immediately. That's pretty much all that hookshot gives you.
Yep. So where we can only find bombos.
Just want to see the world burn.
I just want to have fun. And I will say, I am having fun. These runners might not be having so much fun, but we're having fun.
A little bit of a seed so far.
Just a little bit.
I'm really interested to see what the hookshot actually leads us to now.
I mean, imagine a hammer go, but that would be a thing.
That would be a thing. For a hammer on Victorious or something.
Oh man. Because realistically, we're likely only hammer and ice rod.
Yeah, very likely. Interesting for Dataplet to do ice before finishing Desert.
There's the ice rod.
Ice
Where's
rod.
bombos? Where's bombos? Give me bombos.
Likely, I don't know. We need. We definitely need hammer to get into Turtle Rock.
Definitely the hammer for Turtle Rock.
Where is that hammer? He's on ledge. Ice Rod was in Paradox Cave, looked like.
Yes. The 5 chests.
That's not a good hiding place for it at all. There's the hammer. Alright.
So Phleck could actually be in go mode. Just need to figure out what our T-Rock medallion is.
Yeah. Which likely know soon.
Yeah, doing the smart thing, checking. He's gonna go into the portal at Turtle Rock to make it easy.
Yeah, gonna be interesting here. If he's got the medallion, he's right into go mode. Start clearing his crystal dungeons. Dataplet won't be too far behind. He's gonna pick up his quick shot pretty quick here in the back of the pod.
No, but a big difference between these two runners is that Phleck has completed Desert. It's not long, but it's noticeable at this point.
Well, it also means that he has Red Cane when he's on Death Mountain here. So
Oh, that's right. I didn't even think about that. And T-Rock is ether, so that means Phleck is in fact in go mode at 1 hour, 12 minutes, and 50 some odd seconds.
So Turtle Rock, Ice Palace, and Swamp Palace to clear.
All go moded.
Real nice to go mode Ice and Swamp. Does Phleck know he's in go mode?
Alright, well. Maybe just saving Turtle Rock for
last. I guess it doesn't matter too much.
It doesn't. I would think you know you're gonna have to make another trip up the mountain anyways. Although,
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like you're there. You have Gold Sword. I might as well check it, or might as well do it. But
either way, he should know he's in go mode. He should pretty much skip everything in Ice Palace here.
definitely.
Late hammer, the flute was absolutely nonsense for Moonbro, but otherwise not too bad here.
Yeah, there was some bad things with this seed, but like you said, overall, really once you got past Aga 1, the seed wasn't too terrible, like you said. And I mean, a hammer for essentially your go mode, I think, is one of the best things you can have.
Yeah. The unfortunate thing for Dataplet here is if he doesn't pick up that red cane soon, he's not going to know about go mode. He's going to have to be clearing more than Phleck.
Yeah, that could be really worrisome, because if he goes to the mountain, there he goes. He's going to be thinking, okay, maybe it's in Ice Palace, maybe it's in Swamp Palace.
Yeah, exactly. So Mario was on Landmoss in Desert.
Yep. So yeah, so I would put Phleck in a really good position here. On top of just generally being ahead by being in go mode, like you said, the knowledge that Samaria is at Desert, big advantage.
Phleck looked a little unsure of that bomb jump position, but he gets it for Australia.
I mean, it doesn't matter as long as you get it.
One way or another, that's fine. Stair clip was impossible.
Never tried it.
Definitely a really nice advantage to be able to just go mode ice and not dip it.
Yeah, half magic, gold sword should be a very easy cold stair fight.
We don't have silvers yet. Don't super need them. Trust me, where those are.
They're gonna be in Ganon's Tower like they always are. V31, oh my goodness, you have the chance for 2 bows, except we're always gonna put one of them in Ganon's.
Usually right next to the boots.
Usually.
In a room you never see.
Phleck getting their 5th crystal, moving right along, probably gonna just head over to Swamp Palace next.
Yeah. There's the shot.
There.
I didn't see that before.
And the mushroom. Oh goodness.
It's Fetch Chef. Fetch Quest
What
Cave.
was that?
Fetch Quest Cave. We didn't see any of this. Could find silvers or something, and something's Phleck is gonna skip. Minor time save.
Yeah, in the grand scheme of things, they're likely not gonna be enough. You know, I don't want to say any race is over before it's actually over, but this is gonna be. It's gonna take a lot.
Certainly Phleck's race to lose at this point.
Definitely.
Data didn't check the island, so he's blind doing it.
I think it was just rupees. Or like a 50 or 100 rupee.
Yeah.
It was 300. I was off by some number.
Just a couple hundred rupees.
Just a couple hundred. Not even that big of a deal.
He's gonna check out and see that he has ether. He's still gotta do spiral cave for his hammer.
At that point, you wonder if maybe tries to do spy cave.
Yeah, unfortunately that is a check you can do right away, and one you might not want to orphan. You're not looking for much after that hammer. You're not looking for anything, are you? Oh, he's looking for red cane.
Yeah. I was like, that is something there.
Nothing except a very important item.
Nah, just hover, Turtle Rock, easy peasy.
That's very doable. Get all those torches and stuff.
Nah, right side's gonna be irrelevant. Who needs that? Alright, Data's next play is gonna be very important if he wants to keep this race close.
I heard that the mirror shield category world record is absolutely free if you hover all of Turtle Rock.
I mean, I wouldn't know that. I didn't know there was a shield category.
Very hardcore category.
Oh no, there's Bombos!
That is not good. He does desert before he does Pendant Mire, though.
Have to finish desert before you do Pendant
So
Mire.
maybe even a good thing, like it might lead him over there. I don't know.
I mean, this is the play. Oh, he's pulling out Bombos.
No, he's not gonna dive in there, is he?
I don't know.
There's an item left in desert. No.
Maybe you open it and just mirror.
I wonder.
No, he's not pulling out. He's going into Mire.
It's possible after the Ice Palace dip that he feels like a little bit behind and is making some hard gambles, like Pendant Mire.
It's not gonna work out. You're so close, Dataplet.
It's like right next to the rod. Rod go mode. That is definitely a little bit unfortunate.
Well, hey, Phleck's already at Argus. Showing just how fast you can go mode Swamp and Ice Palace when you are in fact in go mode.
Yeah. Yeah, super nice to get go mode before those two dungeons, always.
See if he checked any other chests. I don't think so. I don't think there would be a need to. But just Turtle Rock left for Phleck, and then it's off into Ganon's Tower.
Yeah.
Oh good, a bug now.
Just what Dataplet was looking for.
Dataplet's
never
gonna
known where that was if he didn't come in here.
Dataplet's gonna get every item except the Cane of Samaria. No, just.
Well, I would expect him to go to Desert after Mire at least.
Really hope so.
That's not gonna feel great for him. Just the net we found in here so far. Haven't found another item yet.
I don't believe so.
Expect him to leave once he finds the second item, if he does.
Real quick in chat, there's no way that Data should be confusing the cane on pedestal because with Meyer being a pendant, you need the cane to complete it. Haiku type, when am I playing a door rando? Man, I don't know.
It looks real cool. Is it pretty stable yet? I hadn't really heard anything.
I mean, I'm seeing people start to play it, so I imagine they're stable enough to the test at least. Phleck is in Turtle Rock. Unfortunately, this isn't the best dungeon when you're in Go mode because really you're still gonna ascend.
Yeah, you don't skip much. You maybe skip the lava chest, maybe the big chest if you're finding a lot of keys and it seems safe to you. Math Girl invented door rando, it sounds like.
You should copyright it and get all the money.
All that rando money.
All of that random.
Fleck's gotta be a little careful here with this.
Should have a red potion.
Thought maybe Death Warp just for a refill. So, Meyer not terribly paying off. We have the bug net.
The all-important bug net. That Phleck, what? Alright, Phleck is gonna take a Death Warp now.
A little bit slower there than before. Dataplet going to pick up his big key, which is going to lead him to the red cane. He's going to have to get that big key first, unfortunately. But...
Just wanted to open the door.
Yeah. Wanted to see that BMOS. He's going to see that red cane and not feel great about doing Meyer first instead of Desert first. But just taking care of Turtle Rock here. Just this and GT to go.
Yeah, no small key. So you'll get the small key from the enemy. I think it's a pokey. Is that what it's called? I have no idea.
Yes.
Hey, haha.
Okay, got it exactly.
I know things sometimes.
Switched audio tracks. To the Celeste MSU pack.
Fancy. Of course, MSU packs, the reason we have the 2.5 delay in saving quits.
You make them sound like the worst thing ever.
You're sitting there on that save and quit, and you're just like, come on, I just want to go.
You just gotta get early flute and mirror, right? Just like this scene.
So easy. Wow, I didn't think of that. Phleck checking the vanilla big key chest. Didn't need to do that. Got a small shield. Dataplet, by the way, 1 hour, 26 minutes, 56 seconds. Now is officially in color.
Yeah. So he's got Ice Palace, he's done Desert, he's got Swamp Palace to do as well, and Turtle Rock. He's got a little bit of ground catch up here, unfortunately. Like just full clearing Turtle Rock.
And with that gold sword, Trinex will go down pretty easily.
gold sword, blue mail, 13 hearts. We're doing all right. Heading to GT here.
Easy game.
Few more hearts for Dataplet, but I think we're mostly in Ice Palace.
Yeah, I think so. And probably the Dark Death Mountain checks as well. Because Phleck got to skip all those because they did East Death Mountain first and got what they needed.
Yeah. Yeah, routing really worked out pretty well for Phleck.
Gets the small key in the first chest. Nicely done. Doing the nice little dash strat.
Always nice to get a miss with a bit of laser bridge there. Surprised he didn't pull Ped to get the blue can to do laser bridge.
I know. So disappointed. Because that's the only way you can do it, right? Data getting the bomb jump first try the second time.
Bomb jump, the hardest enemy.
I agree. Especially the one in Ice Palace. Phleck, by the way, that is 7 crystal. I believe there is this thing in Ganon's Tower where you have it's 21 chests and a torch. Anyone who says there's 22 chests, 21 chests and a torch for the possibility of the Ganon's Tower big key. But if you pick a number 1 through 22, yeah, I guess that works too. So, where do you think our big key is?
1 through 21, or you have to specify the torch, right?
You have to say it's on the torch.
Right.
You gotta make a pick quick.
It's not interesting on the torch because we already have boots.
That's
They're
true.
Not in Mire or anything like that.
Alright, well I'm gonna say 6.
I'm just gonna go with the big old 2 here,
Alright, fair enough.
which I'm gonna assume is in Hope Room.
Phleck is already pulling out the mirror, basically saying there is no chance I'm going right. That was an immediate even if okay, well you don't even get a small key.
I lose immediately.
I mean, if it's right here, you could still win. You'd still be the closest.
Small key on the torch. Small key in that chest there.
I'd like to point out in chat that I feel like I said 6 before chat got it, but because I can be a kind person, I will let Digi have 6, especially since it's not 6.
You're very kind.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
I'm gonna revise my guess to 50.
That was 4 through 7, by the way. So we're on check number 8.
Could not believe how wrong Digidude was, though.
I know, right? Who would ever say 6 in this issue?
No boomerang. This room is impossible. Better go check more checks.
I gotta get that. We're not in gun mode, guys. We need that boomerang.
Also impossible to menu chicane without boomerang.
Not there. Unfortunate. No boomerang calling hacks DQ immediately. I am not the admin. I can not do that.
I think that's fair. Well, we'll ask the council about it later.
Now I expect both boomerangs in here. Unfortunately, I was wrong.
Big Q will not reveal itself to us.
I feel like every time that you don't get a small key in Hope Room, it's always right side.
Every time.
That is my scientific analysis, clearly based on fact. You cannot tell me otherwise.
Is that why everyone goes right first now?
No. I don't have a good response for that one. All right. What number are we on?
A high one, I would say. But I don't know the exact numbers yet. I'm sorry myself.
No, they couldn't go right. Yeah, Bob's just was 14, so 15 through 17 coming up. Back of Ice Armos. This is not a fun fight in swordless mode when you don't have a bow. Not that I'm ever speaking from experience. Ever.
This fight is the best with Blue Cane.
Oh, it's so good, but...
Stand in one place, basically. Take them all out.
So what you're saying is Phleck needs to GT right now, go get that Blue Cane off a pedestal, and come back just for this fight.
I'm sure it would be faster. This looks hard.
Poke strats with the gold sword when you have a bow. Very nice. Alright, 15 through 17. Just a heart piece. Just a big key. Alright, 16. So, nobly the closest. Unfortunately, I actually picked 16. Did you not from earlier?
Yeah. Right from the start, too.
Right from the start. I mean...
Damn it.
Alright, Phleck going up. Dataplet finishing off Swamp Palace, by the way, now needs to head up towards Turtle Rock. Oh wow, I did not notice, but Phleck nearly running out of arrows. Getting bullied by...
One didn't seem to work there. So, yeah.
One of them got blocked by a Beamos laser.
That's what happened there.
Yeah.
Amazing. Lasered. A little bit low on health there. Definitely got at least one potion.
You have a red potion. You've had the red potion almost since the beginning.
Game strats. He's got a little bit of time, so he's okay checking these fairies here. Unfortunately, he never went into Myers, so he doesn't have the net. Can't capture it.
Oh man, I gotta go back and get that net now. Alright, Phleck going through the gauntlet.
As Dataplet opens up Turtle Rock for his last crystal. Takes a big hop there with this spin speed. Thinking about if the key wasn't tile room or something, Dataplet had the chance to make up a good amount of time, but since it's past Ice Armos, not really.
Yeah, and without a small key in Hope Room, you're not going full right off the bat. It's really no
good way to route GT early.
Yeah.
Going doing some combination of Fire Rod and gold sword slashes. Both do the same amount of damage.
Mm. But no knockback on the Fire Rod.
No, which makes it a little easier.
And he's got the half magic, so no concerns there.
And a red potion. Not that that means anything, but
He probably still has that golden bee. I expect he'll release that during the Ganon fight.
I would hope so. The bee kills all.
You gotta increase those lag frames.
Because it's all about in-game time, not SRL time.
Exactly.
Giving the wall a nice Fire Rod shot.
That's for
Interesting
luck.
strategy.
Fire Rod down for luck. Switches look like they're giving him some trouble. Chain jump room is off. %. Yeah, no silvers to check, I guess. Phleck's got that gold sword and feels confident.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if they knew the serverless strat, but I'd imagine it's not too difficult to learn.
Pretty much a requirement for rando when your
Phleck.
second bow is on ped or something.
Definitely. Phleck also getting revenge on his brother by just demolishing Landmo too.
Will not fall 3 times this
Will
time.
not fall 3 times this time.
Yeah, exactly.
When is the dragon fight? Oh, you just missed.
Landmo's a dragon? And by that I mean Moldorm. So close.
You know, they're both. One is just the evolved form of the other. Landmo rapper, not Landmo.
This is
Moldorm.
the dragon. Balls that are impossible to deflect. There we go.
Agatu down, on to the Ganon fight.
Red potion in hand, 13 hearts, gold sword, and blue mail. Should not prove a lot of difficulty. And Mo is a danger field.
I agree. Dataplet gonna continue to check these.
He finds silvers in the next chest! That's a big brain play there.
Oh man.
I guess it makes sense to keep checking things. Silvers save a bit of time if they're on the way. But I never find them when I do that.
Of course not. Why would we ever find these things? This is why we're sitting. Phleck already onto phase 3, very quickly going through those first 2 phases. With Butter Sword, it's just 6 slashes for him.
6 and 6. Ganon not nearly as difficult as he otherwise could be. 4 slashes for phase 3.
And probably thinking to himself, why did I put swords in the seed?
Alright.
Getting the all-important torch glitch.
Yeah. Much important when you're doing silverless. Just 12 spins here though for phase 4. While Dataplet picks up his last crystal and will shortly be heading into Ganon's Tower.
Like, using that red potion, basically being a galaxy brain by not using it this entire seed. And as you mentioned, Dataplet now heading to Ganon's Tower. I heard there's 22 checks in no, we've already played this game.
Well, it could be a different number.
It could be a different number.
On how Dataplet runs it.
You could just play this game twice. What's better than one GT guessing game? 2 GT big key guessing games.
Almost as good as the Aga Blue Ball guessing game. I would say he's done a lot, and he's close to done.
I was gonna say a high number. There you go. See, 12. That was his 12 slash right there. Get your GGs in chat for Phleck, who will finish in first place in this race.
Yeah. Very well run. GG's Phleck. Taking the first match of this 3-game tiebreaker. Meow, 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 meow.
Ganon was a cat the whole time.
I knew it.
Zelda way ahead of Mario. The fact that, you know, you turn your ultimate enemy into a cat like they did in 3D World, I think. Game. Nintendo! Let's see if we can get Phleck in here.
Yeah, look like Math Girl asked them to join us. 3 triangles and then you win.
Yeah, I guess. It depends on how you, like, you know, how you put the triangles together. You know, in here it's triangle, and then, like, you put a triangle in the corner, and then you put a triangle next to it. If you put the 3 triangles, like, on top of each other, that's not going to work out. I heard in that way you bring out the Dark World.
Looks like Phleck's, or Dataplet's gonna finish up the seed here though. Still looking for that big key. Chest number 16.
You know what? I'm gonna say 17. I think
17.
He checks the right chest and then the left chest.
It's a huge mistake to go right first. We haven't seen a single boomerang in this seed, it looks like. Must be on right side.
Or maybe it's just in the right chest. Did Phleck check the right chest? I don't call.
I cannot imagine. To be honest, I could have used a few arrows at that point.
I didn't even realize until, like, I saw him run out of arrows.
I was wondering why he switched to sword on Armos, but it actually kind of made sense.
Yeah, that's very true.
You can't count on those 10 arrows in the back of here like you can in Vanilla. Dataplet won the first series between these two. He checks left first, but then goes right.
Darn it. We are joined now by Phleck. GG's Phleck. Really well won.
Thank you.
GG's.
I felt kind of sloppy to the end because I was getting kind of nervous watching the clock.
Which makes sense. I mean, this seed sent you in all kinds of places. Let's start with the obvious. Aga 1 for that flute, so you can get your moon pearl on Checkerboard Cave.
Yeah, that was ridiculous. It took me a second to like realize. I was like, okay, what does flute give me? Oh, I got both pulls. Okay.
I mean, just we as we were watching that develop, like there's how bad can we make this? We started wondering, okay, you know, flute on pyramid to hook shot over and Checkerboard Cave so you can go to east. Luckily, it was just the boots. Or just
I want you to know that Wallkicks absolutely called that, so he gets that flute is for Moon Pearl.
It's your fault, I see.
I take some responsibility for that, yes.
Yeah,
I may have also called, like, you know, I wanted to see Bombos, which Dataplet actually found. But
oh, where was Bombos?
it was on the mushroom, which was in... This mushroom was in Super Bunny Cave.
Oh. Yeah, I think there's a bunch of stuff that I didn't really end up doing once I realized that hammer was my go mode. And then I just kind of like skipped a bunch, which is nice because then I could do all swamp and ice palace just as go mode. Same thing with TR. But then I was dumb and I like accidentally used the key. I didn't mean to use the Labrador key.
Oh.
We were
like, like, oh no, I gotta go and find another key, and then it luckily was the first one.
Yeah.
What's really funny is the next chest, if you had opened it, had silver arrows.
Oh no. Should have just checked it. Oh well, whatever.
I mean,
I was
gold
like,
sword,
I'll just skip it. Yeah, gold
Yeah.
sword is pretty free for getting.
definitely.
Although, like, even in that fight, I was kind of like playing a really sloppy. I wasn't very happy with that one, but whatever.
Well, you've been sitting on that red potion quite a while, so
We grabbed that red potion from the ferry early. I felt like there were a couple times you could have used it, but to your credit, you did well to hold on to it for as long as you did.
Yeah, it came in really handy right at the end there. It would have been I would have been playing a lot more conservative going up the tower, I think, if I didn't have that potion.
Definitely.
Or at least gone for the tree fairy.
Oh,
did you
yeah.
feel like you were doing well when you entered GT? Like, did you feel ahead, or?
I felt like he was probably close. Like, I felt like, I don't know, if you're hitting that like 145 mark and you're going in, or you're getting around that 145 mark, with like a 10-minute GT or whatever, like 130 coming out of TR felt pretty nice, but at the same time it's like, okay, well, I know what I've done, and I've done some like really dumb things, like the chicken hut was ridiculous.
That was way to start a race.
Yeah. But then I ended up like not even needing any of the checks afterwards, which is kind of funny. It would have been
that was just the one
big
sword
brain
on
just to
the-
keep going.
on the race. I know, but we're really, when you're looking at Sphere 1 checks, you don't really want to skip this because they'll just weigh on your mind, essentially.
Yeah, exactly.
At what point did you realize that you had actually picked up that desert small key? Because you went to desert the first time, got the small key, didn't check the right side, just grabbed the mirror and save and quit out.
Yeah, it was always something in the back of my mind. Like after I ditched out of there, I kind of gambled. I was kind of hoping that boots were going to be super early, and then I could at least like clear the dungeons.
Right.
Finding bow in Eastern was pretty exciting. I got the day.
What a place for it, right?
Right? Yeah.
Never
So I felt pretty good, like 40 minutes in, having what 3 or 4 dungeons cleared at the time, I think, coming out of Eagles.
Yeah, it was amazing. You guys didn't have hammer or like Dark World access or something. You did, but had so many crystals cleared already.
Big chest of these time was on the back of my mind the whole time too, until I realized that I didn't have very much left, and hammer couldn't be under there. And I thought the pod play was the best, like, I don't know, chest density. There was a couple options, I guess. I could have tried to dip ice, and hopefully there was a hammer in there, but
Yeah, that's really where the seed diverged, because you went to pod and Dataplet went to ice, which was definitely a bit of a play. Didn't get much in there.
Data also checked first Just Swamp Palace as well.
Yeah.
oh, nice. or not nice, but like
He was early on, was clearing kind of everything, and then went to ice. Unfortunately, didn't go back to desert, so he didn't pick up red cane. So he went to the mountain, found that hammer, but wasn't in go mode. And then went and did mire instead of back to desert right away. So that was the big difference in time. Those calls on his part.
oh wow.
Well,
Once you-
Dataplet on now phase 3 of Ganon should be done here relatively shortly.
It's a little bit of an advantage with those silver arrows.
And with that, Data finishes off Ganon. Get your GGs in chat for Dataplet.
Yep. GG's Dataplet. This game is terrible. Absolutely agree, 100%.
I feel most people that play it have a slight masochism to them.
Oh, I agree.
That's a very true statement. So with that win, you guys, you take a 1-game lead in this match. That's got to feel pretty good. You guys are 2-2 overall in the tournament.
Yeah, he beat me in our opening round, so I guess we'll see how this goes with the next couple.
You guys playing tomorrow again?
Yeah, tomorrow I think we're playing around 11 o'clock tournament time.
Eastern. Nice. Looking forward to that for sure. This was a really good race. You guys seem fairly evenly matched so far. Got some interesting victories, like the one in the first match with the Dataplet sort of forgetting to check Uncle and the hook shot was there, which was a big F. And then this one here, just a few dips that were costly.
Yeah, comes down to choices at a certain point in this game. Well, GG to Dataplat for sure. That was a fun run.
GG's to both runners. Give them a follow. They've really put on a show, especially with how mean the seed was to start, making them do Aga 1 for that flute.
Yeah, that was incredible.
Any final thoughts or anything you want to add before we wrap it up here?
No, just thanks for announcing, and I like how everything just kind of came together at the last minute for this to be restreamed. So, thanks for putting that together, guys.
Yeah, no problem.
And of course, thanks to our restreamer, Math Girl. I'm assuming she was the restreamer.
Definitely. Give Math Girl a follow while you're at it. Give our tracker a follow. Give my co-commentator a follow. Give everyone a follow.
Follows all around. Yeah, that was a fun race. Really well run.
Definitely.
Good game all around.
Well, with that, I think that's gonna be it. I think we're just about done here. So I am Wallkicks, and I'm gonna sign off.